last week we forgot to put this clip that Jay made of Kandi always why she is
with her
always
motherfucker right sexually deviant supposedly,
right,
but she has the best sex story with her having sex and she gave somebody the Dutch chamber while he was eating that twat and she farted. Just
oh my God, I forgot all about that.
Roll the footage, bitch.
Right.
Stand up. One time, there's a guy, he's kissing all down me, all over my boy. You know, when you start having an orgasm, your body tenses up. But when your body tenses up, you can push out a fart, right? I was coming to a climax. I'm about to go, and he's down there, right in his face. And he was about to stop, and I just held him down because I didn't want him to stop. The Dutch chamber lockdown over here. Oh my God!
This is the Urban Binge Radio. Show.
Of course, like he said, back at the table, right?
Right, back at the table because that's where it ended, and we're starting back here again. So,
right.
And now we're going to start off with Kandi again because Sheree wants to come for Kandi.
Now, when I went to Kandi, I was like, Kandi, and did I not say this?
You said,
what should I
what
do?
Should you do?
Kandi about the fact that Drew told Kandi, firstly, that somebody told me something about Sheree, and Sheree was saying, well, why you didn't call me Kandi? Because you my friend. I would loosely use that terminology. Just to be real with you, Sheree and Kandi have never been thick as thieves or tight as twine. So I just don't understand that. I'm also completely disgusted by the fact that Ralph wants to be goddamn cackalaacking and tee-heeing because Sheree and Kenya and Sanya are all getting on Drew ass now. So they was getting on your ass and you wanted to change the subject. Right. What were you talking about, Todd? But now when they getting on Drew ass, you want to be...
Right.
Smile from ear to ear.
It's funny to him because they always saying something to him about doing something wrong. So now he's like, oh yeah, get in her ass.
But really, Drew should never been going through my cell phone to begin with.
So Sanya tries to, in the middle of, they kind of settling down with going in on Drew, going in on Ralph. And Sanya tries to jump in and confront Drew. For what I don't know, to me, she's telling, I don't even understand why she decided to even say anything right now, first of all. Because what she's saying, Drew could, first, how do you know? She said, Drew, I know you expect me to defend you in some situations, and I haven't been. Drew looking like, what? How you gonna assume Drew been wanting you to help her in situations she's been in? And you said Drew has been in a lot of fights. You showing your true colors. You showing us that you was a fan of the show. You know why? Because Drew ain't been in no fight with nobody on this season so far but Sheree. So you talking about
Kenya
in the past, Kenya,
Toya.
Right, exactly. You trying to compile shit together, and it seemed like you just stretching for a storyline because this girl probably not even thinking about you and could care less. Let her argue. You are your own person. Let her be her own person. Okay.
Well, let's see. We have Kandi Burruss, Kenya Moore, Sheree, Drew, and who else?
Marlo.
Other than that, Drew is the only person that you can pick out of that lineup for Sanya, who she would want to get into it with. Because Marlo and Sheree about whoop her ass, and Sheree is the OG. Right. So she know good and damn well she's not about to get into it with Kandi or Kenya.
She'll want problems, but it won't be with it'll be strategic.
Only with Drew.
Right, it'll be strategic.
I talk with my hands, and I will work on that. Well, now I will apologize if I put my hands in your face. Okay. High five. Okay, and that's a real high five.
So Drew, Sheree gets an apology out of Drew, finally. So as you guys know, at the baby shower, there was this almost a fight between Drew and Sheree at Kenya baby birthday party. They almost got into a physical, they almost put their hands on each other. Damn near. Basically, Drew was just saying she apologized And I really took that like, wow, okay, good job, Drew, good job. The apology seemed very sincere to me. But go ahead, because I'm gonna say something.
It was kind of after realization. So she said sorry after she realized that she completely misdirected her anger. But honestly, to be real with you, I don't think that she misdirected her anger to a certain extent. Sheree's friend was the one that showed up and said that Drew's husband was gay, not Sheree. So
Marlo said that shit fake.
Right. Sheree brought her friend Fatima was really spreading. Drew didn't know that she wasn't supposed to be going to Kandi. I think she was the closest with Kandi because at the time she was getting into it with Marlo. Latoya, of course, she was getting into it with, and I mean not Marlo, she was getting into it with Kenya. So she was getting into it with Kenya. Who else was there? There's no other. Cynthia was gone. Porsha is gone. So there's no other housewife that's there that was there last season other than Drew and Kandi.
Right, you're right.
Or Kenya, but she was into it with her. So that's what I'm saying.
Marlo, she always calling some shit fake. But what's crazy to me is when Marlo get ready to apologize and shit, let's see who call her fake. Because I'm going to be the first motherfucker. Every time somebody goddamn apologize to somebody, or every time somebody click back up, she call their ass fake. Marlo been doing that for a very long time. Kandi admits that she was wrong. And Sheree...
anything previously.
I'm surprised Sheree didn't find Kandi's apology sincere, but apology. I say apology.
She says
apology sincere, but you found Drew apology sincere. That's kind of confusing to me because to me, Kandi's apology was straightforward. It was like, look, I was wrong.
Yeah, her apology seems sincere to me, but that's just how Sheree is.
You're right. Sheree cannot let shit go. Yeah.
I don't trust that.
Yeah, Sheree can't let shit go unless you kiss her motherfucking ass. You right about that?
Marc is being an asshole.
Yes.
And it's a shame, instead of taking on the responsibility of getting his own baby back to where he dropped her off at, which was with the mama.
He got too many bitches.
You want to be acting like you can't even find the means to get her to Kenya. Like, I'm sure you could hire a nanny or somebody who's trustworthy to get your baby to Kenya or drop her off yourself on the way to the airport.
Yeah, Marc is an asshole, and I'm not surprised that he's a New Yorker who doesn't want his child. Sorry to say that, New Yorkers.
But you know what?
That's
I do agree with...
I'm not saying that, but my little sister daddy is a New Yorker. He rejected my little sister. The baby that we have was dropped off at our front door. Her mom abandoned her with us, and that's why we
you also know another lady
months.
who don't have custody of her children.
Exactly, my cousin Yvette. Exactly, and she's here in New York, but she's from Atlanta and had a child here in New York. But her children she is in the system with that. That is true. I know a lot.
So up here, I think that it is a lot of, it's been so much freedom that people feel like they can have children and not take care of them. And I'm not just saying that as a generalization, but I do think that because of the assistance that's given up here and down south in Georgia, you get hardly any assistance. Right now, if you want food stamps, you got to make sure that your baby daddy is on child support.
Yeah, that's true.
And you have to legally show them papers that you have your baby daddy on child support, or he living with you. Y'all still together, and y'all neither one ain't got no money before you can get food stamps. And you still have to have a job and prove that you're working at least 20 hours a week before you can get food stamps.
Kill the cow, though.
All right.
That's his name! That's not the smell of death, Mr. Brooks. That's your upper lip! Grandpa! On the table? We still together.
So with Kenya, she I feel really bad for her. She basically gets up from the table, she walks away. Marlo is going to go console her. I'm surprised that Marlo is the first one to go console her. Surprised that Kandi didn't go console her first. So
Kandi was too busy being fake listening to the goddamn story.
Right. But Kenya is very dramatic, y'all. Kenya is very dramatic. We know that. Dramatic. Why are you looking at me like that? I'm not dramatic?
Who dramatic?
Kenya is dramatic, so it might not be as bad as she making it, honey. Plus, she's begging for him, because how the fuck you gonna say you...
When she said that, though, because you do have to, sometimes when the person is not showing enough effort, you gotta cut it off, cut it dry, and whenever you decide that you want to see your child, you hit the phone, you know my number, and we'll set something up.
That's how it goes, period. You don't keep pushing the issue. Kenya apparently just cannot keep a man, okay? Because I know a lot of Aquarius and Leos around here who done made it. And we Aquarius and Leo been together 10 years.
Well, a good Aquarius and Leo power couple are
Barack Obama and Michelle Obama. And I believe Michelle Obama is on the cusp. Or she's a full-blown Aquarius. One or the other. I'm not sure. But still Aquarius and Leo. You're right. And I don't know what Stedman and Oprah is.
Stedman is Deadman. His ass don't say shit. He just
Right.
he's silent.
You're right about that. So yeah, I just think Kenya, she has a problem with keeping a man because, you know, you should be able to make it last with somebody. Mark can't stand her ass. Okay.
Yeah, I think that he really has a vendetta or something.
So they're talking to Sheree. They're off of Mark. They're off of Kandi and Todd and Ralph and Drew. And nobody ain't even talked about Aaron and Tanya. We ain't asked shit about their relationship yet. But we've gotten everybody else's relationship. And now we talking about Sheree. If Sheree gonna get to see Tyrone. And she's being very open about it. I'm surprised she's talking about him asking for permission. I'm getting a sense of Sheree been doing this for a long time. She know how to give it to the camera and what not to give to the camera.
Right.
Is what it's giving me because she is really opening up about this Tyrone. I think it's about time now for a Sheree spinoff maybe. Maybe a small spinoff, no, like a 7-8 episode spinoff of her chasing Tyrone. Maybe we can get some juiciness like Tyrone.
They have Love After Lockup already.
Get the new WeTV series Love After Lockup.
That's true. That's what yeah, that's true.
Girl, shut up.
Sheree needs to know that Tyrone can only travel within a 100-mile radius of Philadelphia. So, New York is slightly within that range of numbers, but it's like 90 miles in the radius. So you still got that extra 10 or 6 or 9 or 8 miles, depending on where y'all at in New York. But still, he could blow his spot up, bitch. But I will say that she wrong ain't couple goals for me, honey. No, ma'am, I'm sorry. I'm just not with it.
Marlo and her thing with coming at Kandi, you know, you could say that. But in this situation, Marlo is kind of right. So randomly she points out Kandi and say, listen, bitch, you got a sex problem and you going a little bit too far with your sex shit.
Listening to each other. Each other. Make it more of a priority. One thing about you, bitch, you don't play with it. Said lately, you and his sex life was not the best.
And Kandi is literally do not know what she's talking about. This is how you know Kandi is a natural freak.
Right.
It's literally sold into her. You know what I'm saying? It's like sold into her being that sex is just life. It's just natural, open, and it is. But for you,
Bitch, don't kill my vibe. Bitch, don't kill my vibe.
For me, for the person I am, my sex is just my sex. Like, I'm just private with my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know why.
I'm a closet private freak. You know that.
I'm not your closet freak.
I'm a closet freak. I'm a private freak. I'm not with the all out in the open. So I completely feel Marlo when Marlo is telling Kandi looking like, what? What are you talking about? What the fuck did I do? Bitch, you want us to wear a goddamn remote vibrator up in our pussy and some vibrating panties and allow somebody, I don't have a man, so who the fuck gonna be pressing my shit? Kenya don't got a man and Sheree ain't got a man. All three of us, who gonna be pressing our shit and vibrating us, making us damn come?
Do you feel it?
I feel it.
You feel it.
You have to tell me when you're gonna turn it on.
I'm making her wear the vibrating panties so that I can turn her on whenever I get good and ready.
Anyway, so yeah, Marlo is right. I agree with Marlo. I'm not gonna be wearing these panties and I ain't even got a man to play with my shit. Like, who the fuck gonna be playing my shit? You know, Marlo
That's
already
Marlo
said,
and Kenya problem, and Sheree a little bit too, cause she don't know if her man coming or going.
Marlo don't play that gay shit. Or Nene. I don't think so.
Right now.
Come on, girl.
Okay. You seem to have your eye on the ladies today.
No, I'm not that open.
Like, we're all options.
I am strictly dickly.
All these beautiful women, man. I may have to, like, take a dip in the lady pond.
Oh, hell no. You gonna have to have some Oprah money dipping up in there.
So trans
and she's just about as much of a prude as Nene motherfucking ass is. When they was trying to give her a dildo and do all the sex games and stuff on Housewives, she wasn't with it.
Right.
Just this whole sex toy thing, I'm uncomfortable with it. Now, does that make it wrong? Because I don't want a ding-a-ling, or I don't want a dildo, or I don't want to be vibrating. That doesn't make it wrong. That just make it ain't my thing.
Clearly, we all know that you used to strip. Because if you sit over there and bend your ass over in front of somebody's face, how you gonna talk about me because I have something to say about sex and stuff? Like, she just wanna, why she wanna talk about sex all the time?
I didn't say why she wanted to talk about it. I said that's what you talk about.
I mean, no, but you tried to make it seem like it was just
Listen, sweetie, you say that your opinion about things all season long. Yeah. And when I state mine, don't get upset. I said I don't like the dildo thing. I don't like it, Kandi. Right. It's your business. I don't care if I stripped when I was 20, 30, or 40. I don't want a dildo up my ass today.
But I will say that being a booster is not too classy, Marlo, so I don't know where the fuck you get this prim and proper from.
Prim and proper? Speech impediment?
Shut up, haters.
Marlo, I love you.
It was just a blessing in disguise. A blessing in disguise. Thank you, 'cause I dodged a bullet. When you walked out, I thought that it was over, but it turned out it was just a blessing in disguise. A blessing in disguise.
Who was this wonderful person that was given a fashion show with no fashions? How dreadful.